Alright, we don't know what we're gonna find there. It could be a win for us, it could be a loss for us. We're going to see what actually happened. I'm sure most of you heard. Either way, we're going to be walking into, I can only assume, a graveyard. Soma, make sure you have your medical supplies on you in case any of us are wounded. We're gonna try and bring them back if we can. Any questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
Alright, let's mount up and ride out. We'll meet up with the cart.
Same horse as you, my lord.
If you wish to ride a horse. I was just going to ask.
Ready whenever you're ready, my lord.
Waiting on Tibbs. Can you guys see okay?
It's dim, but the sun is peeking out just enough, I suppose.
It'll be up soon, I'm sure. Come on. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Keep it close, we don't know what we're walking into.
Let's rather say a few things.
Lights up ahead.
I see it.
That's not really a good sign.
Is it?
To be quite honest, Oriel looked extremely fucked up.
Right, but he's still standing and so's Ulrich. I didn't even realize Ulrich was involved. I was hoping that the Master Inquisitor would have kept it closely related.
Of course he was involved. How could he not be? Especially for all this. But a few things do concern me. I both see to hope and not hope that the Inquisitor has fallen. Or has lost. I just don't know what to see for it after things he's done.
Well, he wasn't with them.
That is a big sign. Very big.
I'll be honest, I don't really
Plus-
like the hopes of.
Plus, I don't know if... be the first time entering the Grove is for sure.
Is this your first time?
Ever.
Really?
I've known back then with the Ian deal. But... at this, never. There was only one time of where I was... ever near it. But... that might be a conversation for another time. For now, the focus is the injured. As you stated, my lord. And I'm just... too many concerns. I'll quell them once we get uphill.
Is there a concern that what you're carrying could hurt the grove or the people there.
If that would have been the case, Nautis would have been hurt no matter what. Or else, I just have no idea. It's only paranoia that is running through my mind at the moment. And yes, of course, it's what I have inside. But I will tread carefully and take any heed of warning that would come my way if any sign were to ever pop.
Good man. Alright, we're looking.
Because the very last thing that I want is to start a conflict because of my own appearance. There. The light. I believe that there might be a bridge, I think, somewhere along here.
Yeah, they have their routes that they use to get through here, but they switch it up. It's hard to keep track sometimes. The cart and the men are still behind us, right?
They are, yes.
I see the bridge.
There it is.
Well, I see green. That's
That is the case, yes.
good.
Well, we don't know. Sure. It's going to be interesting.
There's a route down this way, I think. My God.
Gods. Is this supposed to... No, there was supposed to be a wall here, wasn't it? A wall with a gate.
Yeah. Unless I went to the wrong area.
It's quite possible you did.
I'm glad for this garrison.
Well, this does not look normal. I don't know if going into that fog's gonna do anything.
I feel like it will, unless if any of them inside might want to say something.
I'm gonna go in. If I start acting weird,
In the meantime,
You want me to stay out here, my lord?
stay out here.
who's out here?
They can feel when we get close. I'm just gonna get close enough and see if they come out to greet us. If there's anyone still there.
Honestly, they should know
I'll
we're
be
here.
right here on the horse until then. I might as well just...
Do you think they already know we're here?
Considering if anyone's still alive, that would be the question. But if this is up, this is a good sign that they are. At least one individual.
That's true. Well, do you think we should wait or should I venture forth? What do you think?
Well, when it comes to these things after a siege, it's hard to say what they did to it before anyone else can enter.
Yeah.
I say waiting would be the better bet. But... gamble away if you wish. You're the gambler here, not me.
Do you want me to ping Spear to let her know that we're here?
I can do so. Just one moment.
Hell yeah. I'm just concerned they've turned all their defenses on, as it were. I don't want to get fucking vaporized as soon as we go through or something.
I'd be more worried about your manipulation, possibly more to the mind than anything else. Still smell the fires burning.
One. But I never went inside it.
It smells of death.
Hear that?
Death and sulfur.
I can hear crows not too far off.
I'll be having a good time.
Something else too.
Keep your eyes open. Make sure no one sneaks up behind us or anything. We don't know the extent of what happened here. Movement.
Oh.
Nah,
Friends,
look at that.
it's alright.
They are, thank the gods.
Came to check.
I wasn't expected to see you out here this late.
Well, we came to check
The whole night now.
and help if we can. Any wounded.
Allies. Go.
All the wounded have been treated. There's just the dead now.
We brought a cart to transport them. I've not seen the wars this high. I wasn't sure if going in would be bad or not.
I don't see why not.
Alright, do you mind if we...
Come collect your dead.
Mount up, everyone.
They fought valiantly.
Yes, sir.
All right. This will be very interesting, especially for me.
Well, looks like they're alive at least.
They are.
Some.
That means they've won.
Well, they mentioned...
What happened to
dead.
him?
I hate this.
Older than him, at least.
Only by a few years.
Oh. This is... This is it.
Dismount.
This is something.
Who's there watching?
Faye and the others.
Oh, not the one like you. And there.
You should clean his orders.
To give you a count. All but Doyle are dead.
That was 6 men.
Believe so.
They all fought bravely.
Looks like everyone fought bravely. There's still smoke pluming outside from the fires.
I might only need to ask
Tried
what
our
happened.
best.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
They're all laid out in front of the tree. Last I saw.
I watched him get. I think the most of the impact was when he got thrashed to the
What I'm saying
elder
is that
tree.
he is awake. He just can't talk. But he is very much conscious. You have
The
visited.
grove
I
is
do
keeping
not
him
have tools
stable.
here.
Our dead are laid out in front of the tree over there, apparently.
If
Please
what you
start
are
loading them up
saying
onto the
is
cart.
true and you are keeping him stable,
Of course, my lord. Right
then
away,
what the
Kyla.
grove is trying to do is revert him back to.
You want me to recheck everyone those here, just in case if old bandages have been seeped
Reattaching
through?
severed nerves, reattaching vertebra.
If any of your wounded need to be
have
double
to,
checked,
but it
someone's
can't
here with more fresh medical supplies.
It's from what the grove is telling me, his body
I do need you to check on
is
something so much.
reconstruction. It's regrowing itself without
sure it
my
healed right.
intervening. I could be able to speed
Let
up
me
the
see
process.
it.
Yes,
Fuck.
Whoa.
his
You've
body's
seen
doing
better
it on its own.
days.
Ragged.
His body is healing itself
Lucky.
on its own.
Oh,
completely.
it's damn it all. That's gonna be one hell of a fucking mark.
Healing rate it is going.
But it's fine.
That are shut in his
I did what I
arms
could with
will
potions.
grow back slower than his flesh can mend.
Okay,
Point
what
blank.
do you suggest?
Well, he needs surgery.
What? A night killer?
Long
With all that
hours of
armor,
surgery,
would
and
be-
You need to slow down the process.
My helmet was off at the time.
I know what you need to do that.
I couldn't breathe.
But if, say, for instance, his flesh
The
intertwines
gods
around the
favored you.
bone, then the bone can't reattach itself back together because the muscle is
The
pulling.
gods favored you indeed.
In other words, it's going to come out his
Let me
arms,
see yourself.
cut through tendons.
You'll bleed out. It'll be
Can I get a wisdom roll if they
Looks like
would be
someone's
able to
missing.
slow down his healing process?
You
his
seem to be one of the luckiest ones.
regenerative ability.
Haven't seen the wolf anywhere.
Wisdom roll.
Wait, the only...
She's resting, I assume.
He killed the others.
We've all had it pretty bad.
19.
I'm not surprised.
Well,
She's okay though.
19 plus
That
2,
you were
think
always
this is
with
something
them.
that you can do, but you
As
don't
okay
have
as
to
we
do
can
it
be, yeah.
Often.
Killed them all.
This is not something you've endured or dealt with before. A specimen
Are we gonna
before
talk
is
about-
very damaged and
you know what?
different. But you think you can navigate
double-check
around
you.
it enough to slow the regeneration.
having a bunch of broken pieces from night killers.
I would have to personally do it myself to slow it down.
Lucky a lot of you.
I can't rely on the grove to do it on its own. I'll have to do it. You hear me, Lottie?
I hear you.
I don't know
Begin your
how
process.
long.
Surprised if anything else.
Begin.
I know you.
Start now.
Kyla.
I can return later tonight
But you took a hell of a
with
beating.
tools.
She
And
kept
don't
up with
worry,
him.
you
I don't
actually
have what I
make a
need.
Really?
very good guess on who you might just fought against.
On her own.
Flaming sword. Cast to slow it down for a time. She'll have to do it, every time she comes back to the grove then, basically.
So if I beat her,
Or, at the very least, he covered his
and
sword.
she
She's still
could...
learning.
Red hot.
I
I do for you?
might be checking for
Just here to check on everything. We didn't know how it all ended. We're also here to collect our dead. See to any wounded that we
Most
need.
survived.
From
4
what
Ed Hot men fell.
Yeah.
So Doyle is alive though.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I'll speak with Faye when she's done.
The shit out of Tang. These.
I
It's gonna be a
saw
long process.
Ulrich and the Major making their way back to the town.
I will need to go as well very soon.
We'll take you with us. Make sure you get back safe.
Thank you.
Take a walk around the perimeter. See if you can find any bodies that haven't been recovered, any breaches in the walls that need to be noted. And I'll
Yes, my lord.
run it by those in charge.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you.
He is conscious. His jaw, ear,
Although
and vertigo.
she's the last survivor here.
Who?
Can't open his mouth.
Thulian.
He is awake.
We lost the others.
All of
He's
them.
been awake for
Faye,
some time.
you will concentrate.
Wait.
You will focus on the man in front of you.
This is a grove without elves.
Broken individual
But he is
trying
alive.
It's a grove with one.
I guess I was still locked in
Continue.
combat.
I just need to come back
Dario
later.
into the very end.
You're welcome to join me on the way back. We have to go back to
Did you manage to capture him?
Manipulating, extending
After I got
the healing
blasted across
process, preventing the unnatural
lagoon.
effects.
You talking about Dario?
It was like pulling it back.
Yeah, he was
pulling
here.
back a
Yeah,
wild
we saw
animal.
him and Ulrich and about 2 men making their way back to the
Each will need
city.
to be tightened.
Bloodied as all hell.
Frequently.
You need to let
Yeah,
me know.
no, Dario seems to be the most fucked up. You did some work.
Okay.
Begins to feel
That's just
feel the effect that you're having. Though the effect is unnatural, this
Give you some painkillers
is
to
unnatural to him. He fights back against it.
That states that they don't
Take a lap. Take a lap if you need it.
I did have.
Oh boy, do you mean right next to it?
I'll take a couple steps.
I didn't want to. I remember being cut under here earlier, so.
Yeah, I mentioned it. That's fine. Otherwise, you wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, I'd probably be fine for the rest of the day and then start bleeding out later.
And don't need you dying here.
That would not be good.
You've done what you can for them.
No, next thing you know, you become a tree creature.
A temporary,
By the way,
I
Kyler.
like that. Yeah, no,
but
it's not going to.
you can do.
Wolf went up there.
He fought. That's what matters right now.
Yeah, I heard she's rusty.
Scars to prove it. He survived the fucking Inquisition.
Just.
It's quite possible. Maybe best to just check on her at least. After all, this might be a while.
Yeah.
I need to get away from here. I got it stabilized.
I did not expect Dario to use such tricks in this fight.
Dario's not an honorable duelist. Color me shocked.
You thought he was gonna be honorable?
Well, lighting his sword on fire with oil was unexpected.
Wow. That would explain the flames.
And the giant scorch mark across my chest.
Well, he was limping his way back to town when I saw him. Looked like a kicked puppy, so take that as a victory.
Would that work on him?
We tired each other out, and unfortunately,
Absolutely not.
Miss Faye ended our duel.
No, I think it's that serum. I don't think it would work. We're gonna need Gradia most of all. She's gonna get some things to bring here. We'll ask if she can work with. Unfortunately, Ulrich to see if she can get that serum.
But I'll say this much: your men fought valiantly.
Trust him.
They usually do. Apparently only one survived.
If you want him to be in constant pain,
I tried to keep as many of them as I could, but once I was engaged with Dario, I could not watch their backs.
be the only one to have access to that serum.
I appreciate it.
I think he's actually gonna help us.
Will you come peacefully?
I'll talk to Miss Lottie about it. There's got to be that serum.
On your honor, then.
In your school.
Very good. I will ask it of him. I don't know the quality of his heart, whether he wishes to speak with you or
You
not.
believe in buns?
But I will speak and ask
Tell
him.
him this. Watching a man being saved from the gallows for a disabled younger brother. He'll come.
Oh, we've been fighting
I'm
all
gonna go
night.
check on someone.
I'll talk to Tortia. I
We
mean,
found all
I'll be around.
night into the
I'll talk to
morning.
her.
No, I won't be gone long.
Lottie,
Dreadful feeling
no
that can
normal
be.
painkillers are going to be able to help when we do the surgery. We're going to have that serum. Can we trust Ulrich that he would give us the serum?
No. I'll have to look on my own. Ulrich is a snake. Cannot be trusted.
Okay. Well, if you can, please find a way to get the serum.
I'm not so sure that's what he'd want.
No, if you're the other doctor I'm going to have to rely upon on this, so... Means he'll have to
He
endure
told
it.
me he didn't want anything to have to do with it anymore.
Just wish I could have done more.
Mayhaps it's necessary. Time will tell.
Just do what?
I'll return with my tools in the evening. Along with Torty.
Best thing you can do.
Very well.
Fuck me.
You said would victory dinner.
Until then, he's stabilized. He cannot be moved or he will die.
I guess I'll just have to
This is a lot to take
try
in
and
for
see
one
if I
man.
can make something.
Right now, the grove is what's keeping him stable. And what
I
I
need to
just
check
did.
to the rest of the lot of you. I don't know what you did, but we're not going to talk about it here. At the moment, we've got our orders.
Sir Doyle was the only one that was left out of the men that aren't off to us. He's the only one that was left.
I've heard. We should debrief if you feel up for it.
Sure. Where would you want to debrief at? Back at your abode?
This is your home, wherever you want to be.
We're going to need to go back to Nautis anyways. We've done enough here.
Okay. We'll all go together.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Your lord.
You can do now is just honor them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bring Lisa with us. We gave her what I could. Just bring her with us. Let her lie in your clinic. Let her rest. Or up in Kyler's abode where she's most comfortable.
She's
Please.
stable.
Probably.
Yeah, she's stable. She's just been through a lot. She was on stamina potion and painkillers the entire time. So she's probably worn out the shit.
There
in
is
the
a
cart.
hole in her chest that is still healing over.
Yeah.
Put her in the cart. We'll take it back. Okay, if you want to gather those of yours, we'll make it back home.
I'll be back at your horse, my lord.
Day and night. You set her in the cart for me. Thank you. I'll sit in the cart. She'll be.
We'll be all heading back. We'll do the debriefing at your abode. With Kyler.
My lord.
So Doyle.
I regret to inform you that, well, I think you already know.
I've been informed. We're going to take them back home and we're going to give them a good send-off, like we always do. How about you?
I'll take care of that.
Of course.
The Lady of Affair is the only reason I'm alive. Major's a damn good swordsman, I'll give him that. Caught me stem to stern.
I saw him walking back to town with Ulrich in tow and about one bannerman with him. Did not look very well off himself, so well done you two.
That just means they threw everything at us.
Pushed what the bastard for about 2 hours total. Non-stop.
We're gonna mount up, head home. If you feel up for it, please prepare a report for Arn, and then get some rest, please.
I'll take care of whatever the Lord needs.
Alright. Alright, everyone, let's mount up. We'll head home.
Understood, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Enjoy your drive the wagon.
If you feel up for it.
Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you. I'll watch.
okay?
You slept in your blood.
I'll watch that piece of
Got
shit.
punched by the not tang. Hurt real bad. Otherwise, I'm fine.
We'll get you home. Selma can have a look at you if you need it. Get you some painkillers. Come
No, I had the bone hardy juice earlier.
on. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's at least 5 pops in my chest. Hated that.
There should be space for you on the wagon, or you could ride with Tibbs or myself.
You want me to check anything for you, Tolty? Make sure that your ride back over there is comfortable?
I think I'm okay.
Understood.
I don't know if I can keep myself
I
down.
could catch a ride. I might have left my horsey by the bridge. I don't know if he's there or he wandered back to town, though. So.
We didn't see any horses coming in, but we weren't exactly looking for them.
Even though the grove is connected to me. Check in on her, okay?
Can I hop on?
Please.
Up on.
Alright.
As long as he's contained,
In full view.
Right now,
I cannot believe the Inquisition would attack a place like this.
Couldn't you?
I'll stay here. It might be a better idea anyway.
Alright, very well.
Broken bones and all.
Even in a logical sense, I would have wanted to leave this place alone.
Did you take your,
It feels peaceful here.
I don't have one.
Here.
It feels so peaceful with the cat. No.
Take one with you so you can heal while we're gone. Also, over there in our storage should be one of your honey rums. Take it with it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt as much. Alright. Thank you, Captain Horse, for everything.
it was one hell of a fight, Miss Faye. I'm just glad we came out on top.
Yeah, thank you for handling Dario.
Thank you for ending our fight as well. I don't think he would have stopped if you hadn't shoved us across the lagoon.
He is bullheaded, I'll give him that.
Indeed.
Alright, could you open the gates for us, please, kind sir?
After you, Faye. You know the forests.
Of course.
Oh my lord, I guess my paranoia was just paranoia after all.
Worth the risk, I'd say. We didn't know what we were walking into.
Way more than that. Way more than that, I've never seen such a place as that. I've heard about the Grove many times, but to see it... it's quite the thrill, I must say. Also, I think my mother would have loved to be in a place like that. Much better off looking than the rest of Gradia itself. I think she'd call that her vacation, if it were to ever come to it.
It is a nice place. Are we concerned they're going to attack you when you're into the city, Faye? Or is this pretty much over?
I think it's over for the most part. There wasn't many of the men that he brought left. Sir Doyle sought them out. Told me it was over, go home. So, I don't know how much of the Inquisition are here left. I don't know how many... I know Ulrich pulled back with his legionnaires, that's for sure.
Be thankful it was only a few broken ribs.
After we took Ulrich's camp, he left. Whatever was with him.
Yes, I was saying earlier I saw him and Dario making their way back to town. Neither of them looked too happy.
Yeah. It sounded like, especially from the captain, they threw everything they had at you. Servants, their own men, the Inquisitor himself, Major Dario. If that doesn't
Main road
stop
should be
you...
up ahead.
That doesn't stop the Grove. Don't think anything else would.
I suppose you
I'm
bring
just
it
glad
over.
to see in daylight.
We didn't know what we were gonna find going in there, Faye. Glad you guys are okay, for the most part.
We thought we lost here because you used that fucking gas.
Gas?
Yeah, Ulrich was using that gas. It disintegrated a lot of our woodmen and even Tyr for a time.
What gas?
something that he, well, not him, but something that Victor made. It's shroom lung, something made of shroom lung.
It's the same
You're
weapon that was
kidding me.
used in the Robber Baron War. Victor used it when we were taking Tell or Keep.
Yeah.
It destroys
That happened?
people.
Yeah. It literally eats people alive, basically.
He deployed that on you.
Yes, he did.
Bastard.
He deployed it on the Grove internally and deployed it outside the Grove. My woodmen didn't stand a chance against it.
Fuck. I'm not gonna dwell on that.
The main thing was at least being able to fight. As long as you fought around it, you were okay. Because there's only a certain radius it would linger in and then dissipate.
It's more about the implications, Faye.
I know. It means, if anything, we need to find something that can counteract it.
I hear Tang's working on something.
The only thing...
Is Tang there?
Yeah. Well, Tang was there, but he's working on something that allows you to breathe in it. This thing, even if it gets on your skin, deteriorates your skin, you would need something to dissipate it. Meaning we would need to be able to find a way to take the cure we've created and make it maybe an aerosol base, something that could, you know, do like he does, turn it into a gaseous state. Because I think that would be the only thing that would be able to counteract something that was made of shroom lung. But that's just a hypothesis. I'd have to study it.
Something while I'm around not to talk or to think about. As I have a feeling I know where he got that shit from. I think no further.
We'll debrief everything and then figure out what we need to do moving forward once we get home.
I'm the Lord. I leave it in yours and ours hands, since I am under y'all's banner and under y'all's clan, so to speak.
Morning, Kaz.
Or should I say I have to abide by y'all's clan's orders, excuse me.
Morning, Master Dawi. Those two weren't involved, were they?
No. They stayed out of it. Both of them, when they talked to me, mutually decided to stay out of both conflicts. Both sides.
Good.
Although I don't think she'll be taking any lessons from him anytime soon.
I'll do the usual and go on the pier and come around to your estate, Lord Kyler, to park my horse.
Sure.
Out of the way.
Make way.
Come on, Lou, let's go around.
Gotcha.
They're putting away the wagon. They will be here momentarily.
Good man. Put your horses down, and if Sidor needs you to help tend to our withered dead, please help him.
Aye. No problem. Lord Kyler. One amongst the dead. Tamir. He was a friend of mine. Do I have permission to deliver his body to his grandfather?
Talk to Sir Doyle. If you think that's what his last wishes would have been, then you have my permission.
Understood.
Sorry, son.
Young lord,
Where's that survivor?
You're alright.
I believe there's some things that are due to me.
And I'll get them to you when I'm not busy.
For a week.
Seen him all morning. So.
You mean the knives that I dropped off the other day?
I've not received anything. Where were they dropped off?
I saw you at the bathhouse, and I gave them to you. Remember? You were in the back rooms.
Did you see me?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
No, in the back rooms is when we talked for the first time, and then I dropped them off with you.
No, I definitely gave them to you. Make way.
Make way, please. Thank you.
There's also the means of a scimitar.
You want me to make one?
No, it was included.
Then it would have been with them.
I didn't know. I went to look for it this morning.
Fine then.
Oh, Sean, where have you been?
I was there.
Man, I swore not to tell anyone. Survived. You what?
Hello there, sir. May I help you?
Why do you bring this one to the infirmary, please? Good check.
Begin to unload the dead.
And afterwards, the mercenary amongst the dead.
Yes, he's here.
May I take care of him?
Morning, Selma.
He was a friend of mine.
Morning.
Of course.
The worker's doing his best to do the rounds. And so I see.
Come on, this way. Whoa. Alright, let's bring Lisa to your beds, I think.
Promote our brothers and sisters so they may get appropriate rights. Bring the mercenary teamer as well. He's earned as such.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Want them to be in
Yes,
Kyler's bed or yours?
I was informed, but I was told that Teamer went out, and I'm looking.
Do you want Lisa in your bed or in the infirmary?
He's in the back of that wagon.
If she needs to be in the infirmary, put her in there.
Oh.
How did he go?
In the infirmary since she's still healing.
Well, there was a bit of a skirmish outside of the grove with Imperial forces. One of the bastards, fanatical act, tried rushing in with the Shotar's mercy. He got between it and his target.
I'm assuming
He'll be in the infirmary in a moment.
This was his. I'm sorry to have given it to you in such a poor state.
I go to make my report, my lord.
Will do. We're going to debrief inside. Get some rest when you can.
I'll send your Lord Father downstairs.
Suppose we'll have to go through as well.
Make sure the estate is locked down, tight, secure. Only let people in if they have business.
Yes,
Other
sir.
than that,
Of course,
carry on your
Lord.
duties.
If only I'd
I'm
followed
Lord.
him sooner. That would have never happened.
Welcome back, Sir Doyle.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel.
Morning, Samuel.
Morning, Lord Earhart.
Can you gather them up, Tibbs? I kind of expected them to be in here.
My lord, do you have a moment?
I'll listen then, my lord.
Yes, what is it? I have a bit of a report to make. Volunteers you sent have come back, along with some pressing information. There's a debriefing downstairs. Aye, very well. Leave me to it. Write down everything that you must, and I'll go over it when I can. Aye, my lord.
A+ acting, Bruns.
Alright, she's recovering. Lottie watching over her when we have this meeting. Where would you like me to sit?
That's fine.
Because I know you have guests.
Is this everyone who can speak on what happened?
Thurlian can speak somewhat. She's pretty fluid enough. Sigvana can speak. Also, she was there. Tang whenever he gets to Bloom Town. Lisa will be able to tell you what she can when she can speak, but Sir Doyle was there. That was left. Then L, Torty, Laudia.
Where is...
Laudia brought Torty.
Torty and Laudia.
Laudie's in the infirmary watching over Lisa. I don't know where Torty is. I thought she was in the cart with y'all, or with the cart.
No, we brought her in. We're just trying to make sure we get as many as accounts as we can, so that we know exactly what happened and we can move forward.
Do you want me to run and grab her for you, or
send her? We'll start talking with Arn.
Gather everyone who needs to be at this table. Do it now.
Okay, that means both of us. Come on, let's go get him.
Everyone that was sent out except for Sir Doyle didn't make it.
Considering a lot of them were volunteers and soldiers, not knights, I'm afraid I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I understood what I was asking them to do, and they understood as well. At least it seems we finagled a victory out of it.
Yeah, despite the Imperium's best efforts, from my understanding, they deployed Dario, Ulrich, and mentions of Strider?
Strider?
Torty.
The Warforged?
Yeah, she said the Warforged other than Tang punched her. I didn't get much further out of it than that, sorry, but I'm sure we'll find out. I've been holding questions until everyone's together so we can figure out what the next moves are.
We shall wait till everyone's at the table.
Yeah.
Forgive my intrusion, my lords.
Take a seat, O'Shawn.
Thank you.
Grabbing Miss Laudia. Everybody's coming in. That was involved. The only one that won't be joining us is Elle. She's within the grove watching with Captain Horse, the person involved.
Person involved?
Yes. Inquisitor Fisk.
Watching? What do you mean?
We can't move him. He's paralyzed.
I'm sorry, am I misunderstanding something?
When I was there, they were...
Why is he not dead?
Tending to him.
I believe it'd been worse off killing him.
Are you insane?
No. I made a choice for myself and my promise to Dorothy.
Faye, that's not a choice for yourself. With everyone who has died for this, that isn't your choice to make.
Well, he can't be moved or he'll instantly die.
That's not a problem. What are you thinking? Is this not the same person who systematically picked off the people you're supposed to look after? Why are you tending to them?
It's hard to explain, I guess.
It's incredibly hard to explain. You're letting the person who butchered your people, my men, live? This is not one of those things you can go silent and stare at your boots, Faye.
I don't know, Warren. I believe that people can change. And I have wronged this man. What I did to him set him upon this path.
Does not equate to the people he's murdered to get to you. You will not have another chance to neutralize his threat. It must be done.
Strider was going to be the only one to walk out of that grove.
Yes, and what's this about Strider?
Let's start from the start and go through the events so that we all understand.
Very well.
Rather than jumping around. Faye, tell us what happened.
Well, from the start of everything, from what the Grove could tell me instantly, that they had made 3 camps. One was ran by Dario, one by Ulrich, one by Korsh.
The 4 camps.
Yeah, 4 camps, and then one by the Inquisitor. The Grove started losing its power and protection because later on I found out they had a dryad that was manifesting these conjuring magic to counteract my magic. I'll put it that way, to put it easy. The war started, they started breaching the walls at first. 3 to 4 times. We took them out one by one. One was Dario's, one was Oric with all his gas.
Yeah, that's
and one
not
was her.
something to skip over. Ulrich deployed the gas against them. Let's just let that settle in.
The gas that Victor made, that he used against the robber baron.
From my understanding.
Yes.
Nice.
The very
Melts
first
you inside out.
All of that was created from his experimentation with the mushrooms. I know that for a fact. So they're weaponized in the very same things that create Shroomlung.
That is
Hopefully,
correct.
That's another naivety put out of your head that they have any intent on helping cure it. Continue.
After each one of them was driven back, Then we started to push forward. Went with Korsh's camp first. Luckily, they decided to back away without a fight, thanks to Gradia and her influence.
He's an adoptive uncle of my family. So, less blood that way.
Yeah, so we dispersed that sigil, went on to the next camp, which was Ulrich's, because we knew we couldn't take on Dario's. So I chose to go against Ulrich. Then again, he attacked us with gas, with his legionaries. We beat him back finally. He finally retreated with his legionnaires. We took out that incantation that was going on, pulled back, started regrouping.
If I may.
Yes.
One of the legionnaires ran up to Faye and the others with advice, and that's where our first casualty, that I recall, lies.
Who was the first casualty then?
The one you sent to die for the grove.
Timur.
Scarecrow.
His name was Timur.
Yes, and he was a criminal to be hanged for death. He found redemption. Good for him. I'll see that the slate is wiped clean. Continue.
I retreated back, and then, for some odd reason, I felt the rest of the sigils die with whatever was killed, which was that dryad that they brought from the Empire. They decided, I guess, to regroup together, and they did their final push into the grove. Front gate was blown open, and thus Dario, Inquisitor, pushed forward. No Ulrich, no course to be found. It was just them two pushing forward with whatever they had left. Of course, Captain Horst, and Strider. Whatever deal they made. Tang took on Strider along with my golems. Horst against the Butcher, and then everyone else against the Inquisitor. From then on, we started suffering casualties at a rapid rate. Anyone who went against the Warforged was easily crushed. Dario was keeping Captain Horst constantly busy, so he couldn't intervene. Doyle helped when he could, so did Sigvana. Before I knew it, Laudia, Torti had showed up. They were on the center aisle to keep them out of the conflict, along with Elle to protect them with her ranged. Like I said, on from there it was casualty after casualty. What else? Your men, my golems, woodmen, whittled down to the Inquisitor. It is only because of Torti, Laudia, and Elle that he stopped and paused. And then that's when Strider yelled out all bets were off. And he started attacking everyone that was non-human, including the Inquisitor.
No.
He
only started attacking the Inquisitor.
Oh, yeah, that's
right. The
right.
Inquisitor started saving our lives. Strider first came after me. He first came after me, ran full tilt into my side and sent me against the tree. Torti was hit so hard, I heard an entire sternum crack, or so I thought.
She was wearing my reinforced steel plate that I had to give them the blueprints here at the forge, because I knew I knew she would come into the conflict.
You
Regardless, it's broke.
said they had a conversation in full words, so they fixed him. They repaired Strider.
It's difficult to say.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Strider alongside Tang. Sometimes he used full sentences, sometimes he didn't. Let's not forget the reason why Strider was there was he was brought by the Inquisitor, so he didn't save you, he put you in that position. Continue.
From what I saw up close, the Inquisitor was able to do just a minute amount of damage on his outer structure. Shot, scrape against the head of Eclarium. Then the servants came piling in on top of it, made him retreat. Then Dario came in and whatever was left of the Inquisition to try and keep him from being, from us from killing him at the time.
Dario would
Others.
have killed him. Would have.
Would have killed
He was
who?
this close. Dario would have slayed his friend right then and there to keep him from being encaged.
And this was prevented why?
Ask her.
And that's when I said enough was enough and I blew everyone off the island. And I kept my promise to Torty. That I would try. That I wouldn't kill him.
Faye, do you not understand who this person is? And what they've caused and cost? Your what else? My men paid a price for you to survive so you could do him in.
I'm not a killer.
How do you fuck something up so simple? God damn it! This is an Inquisitor! Where is he now?
And if I would have killed him, I would have become the monster he wanted me to be.
You are such a naive woman sometimes. What do you think's going to happen if he walks out of that grove alive? You've not even thought that fucking far
I
ahead,
do
have
know
you?
this. If he doesn't walk out of the grove alive, every Imperial embassy will make
Absolutely
haste to
not. What he
Fabric
did was
Embassy.
unsanctioned. She is a citizen and it can be done as such. That I can handle. What they did
An
was completely
Inquisitor
unsanctioned.
dies.
It does not matter. They are not the end-all be-all force here. They are not the sovereign force here. What they did was unsanctioned. It is against the law. And while
And
we're
the
at
Imperium
it,
cares.
you think the Council will care what the Imperium thinks?
The Imperium is planning to annex all of Gradia come in the next 10 years. Onoff, do you really think they care if it was unsanctioned or not? This just gives them an excuse.
If they were going to do something, how do you think they would do it? The intent, my dear, was to go through Ireland. You're going to tell me they're going to invade by sea? Impossible. They don't have a navy like Gradia. Regardless, you're speaking about things that you are assuming. What matters here now is the law. What they did was unlawful. They murdered Gradian citizens. They attempted to murder a woman who was made a Gradian citizen by the Baroness.
With chemical
They do not have a
weapons.
leg to stand on.
Yes.
Speaking of which, why is the Major alive?
He wasn't supposed to survive.
So why did he?
As Captain Horst, I was tending to everybody that was heavily injured in the middle of the grove.
Horst and Ulrich were
Something
seen
strange.
entering the city as I was leaving, heavily wounded by the looks of it, with about 2 bannermen with them.
Something strange is happening too, Kyler. I don't know what it is. Whatever spurred me to say the words that I'm starting to go through what Ian Doe went through with Arn.
What does that mean?
Meaning I was experiencing the suffering he went through by Oleander. What they did to him. What the Empire did to him.
Tiberius,
Lord,
send a messenger up to the Baron of Men. Tell him I need to meet with him, because I need in writing from him an arrest warrant.
by your will.
2 arrest warrants.
Yes, my lord.
I don't understand how you can allow everyone else to bleed for you, and then you decide to let the ones who have ruined just about everyone in this room's life walk away. This table should have far more wood elves here, should it not? What happened to them?
He died protecting me.
No, they were murdered by Blaze Fisk. Murdered! It wasn't a war. They were murdered. You yourself told me how absolutely evil in the way that they dispatched your kin was. How many of our mutual friends came to your aid, Faye?
A lot.
A lot. As far as I'm aware, most of them were in the city and none of them helped you. You are making me regret helping you. Because what you have done, if I cannot undo it, will be further issues down the road. Issues that will get people killed. May I remind you that what I did for you the other day puts you in my custody for your safety and who I represent. And the way it can be skewed is that the dwarves have taken an imperial prisoner!
Who knows that he's alive?
The messenger has been sent, my lord.
Thank you, Tiberius.
Do the Imperials know he's alive?
No.
No, the Major has retreated along with a handful of men. Of course they know he's alive.
None saw or went back to the island.
This is not something I'm willing to go off of an assumption of.
I was there.
I understand. I highly doubt that Dario is going to make an assumption that the Inquisitor is dead. Let's use common sense. Especially with the history that now everyone knows is between them. How this was mucked up so badly for something that was so hard fought is beyond me.
Because I can't make the hard choices you can in killing a person. I'm sorry.
You seem to have made them just fine when it came to seeking your answers for your grove. Do you remember Elry? Because I do. You told me all about it. Anytime you and Mirandel or anyone else went to pursue secrets that had to be found, there was no problem with killing what stood between you and what you were looking for. I do not accept that excuse. I've seen Eandel summon what she needs to kill what she needs to. There is
Not her.
no really.
Lord Marshal.
I'm curious as to how you defended the Grove with so few numbers. Yes, Cook, what is it?
2 arrest warrants from Baron Amen, my lord.
Thank you.
Directly to you.
Summon the men. I want at least 20.
Aye, my lord. I leave these here for you. Look over.
Now I have to try and undo your fuck-up.
He will die if you try and move him.
That is not a problem!
Then
You
that
were
is
supposed
injustice.
to kill them in the conflict! What did you say, Hyden?
That is injustice. If
Are
you
you
try
out of
and
your
move
fucking
him.
mind?
No.
You obviously are. What are you talking about?
And furthermore, it'd be a very big problem if you do end up killing him, because he has a dead man's hand.
These warrants lead to execution.
Those
We have all grounds and viable
he
to do so.
serves have already been written. Should he die, they
Since
will be
when
sent
did you
instead.
switch sides, Heidemann?
I did not switch sides. There's a
Because
far
there have been
worse
many times
option
that
if
you
he
have come here and
dies.
you've made it very clear.
Oh no, will you just
that you
listen
do
to me
not
for one
agree with
moment?
them.
Just
no,
for
I will
one
not,
moment.
because every time
You
I
have
have,
not listened
it's led
to
to
me.
a catastrophic event. I've backed
Of which
you
I have
time
had
and
no
again.
part of.
I've backed you time and again, and you have fucked up time and again, and I've shielded you and agreed with you.
I
and
am
fought
not blind
alongside
to
you.
this, Arnulf.
Then you should understand why I'm not going to. Just listen to me this one next time.
You have to.
You're shielding a murderer.
Oleander will come with several archlectors if he dies.
And then the council gets involved.
Do you think a man as bestial as him will give a shit?
You're starting to make me understand why Leodor capitulated so fucking fast.
God, I am not my country. I was born
You're
in
certainly
Sunwell.
acting like it, Heidemann.
Do not
Because
blame me
if
for
you
my
allow
fault.
this man to walk away, what do you think will happen as soon as he's healed? Please, by all means, enlighten me what the Monster Slayer will do.
I surely hope
as
by
soon
the
as
time
he's
he
healed.
does heal, Faye will have a helper. And helping her
You are
undo
hoping.
what she did.
You're basing this off of hope. That is ridiculous.
Yes, because hope is all we have at the end of the day.
No, it's not. You have the law. You are a justice system. You are an excellent dignitary.
Fine.
You are not a good
Fine,
soldier
Arnulf.
or leader.
Then we should have all died by all rights. Because that is what would have happened. Faye would not have been able to stop Strider. She would not have been able to.
Do you hear yourself? The whole
He
reason
came
Strider
after
was there
everyone
was
weaker
because
than
he
her
brought them.
first.
They just need to talk. Faye's whole goal with the whole situation was to talk to him. That's what she said to me.
You're dismissed. Get out of my house.
Hey, sir.
Time and again, I've had my son work alongside you, Heidemann, to support you in your endeavors. You complement each other because you understand when a guiding hand is needed, and he understands when something either out of sight or militarily must be enacted. You are allowing a man who at his peak is beyond our control, who has murdered your servants, who has murdered innocent men, who has murdered wood elves, who has now murdered men of my house, in an unsanctioned attack on a Gradian citizen. You are pleading for their survival because of illegal retribution in an illegal act from an oppressive, warring nation. There is no justice in that at all, and the fact that that is what you hide behind is cowardice. That is not just.
Had I not gotten involved, they would have all died.
There are things that led up to that, Heidemann. His deployment here in the first place was wrong.
Arnulf, should I have stayed in my schoolhouse and done nothing?
What I have to say to you about that is this. You have no idea how things would have played out if you were not there. Because as it turns out, from what I've told, both Elle and Tori were there. And if they were standing in front of her, maybe he would have paused, maybe not. I could not tell you. But I will tell you this, regardless, Strider was there.
Paused.
Do you think that he would have killed them after he killed Faye? Answer me that.
Yes.
I think you're wrong. I do not think that he would have killed the two people that apparently he tried to protect when Strider acted. Which means, if that's the case, common sense can tell us that he would have spared them and Strider would have taken issue with that anyway.
Have kept killing over and over again.
Were you the one who drove Strider away?
I called for the servants.
The last I've checked, from what you've told me yourself, is the servants don't obey you.
All obeyed me in those moments.
Now that's hubris.
All heard my voice. No. All the fighting stopped when I spoke to him.
At the end of the day, I do not believe, based off of evidence and fact and a baseline of behaviors and testimony given, that if Faye was indeed murdered, that he would have had any reason, off of his explanations. He said to everyone he doesn't want to kill anyone else. Once Faye was murdered, he would have no reason to do as such, especially to the ones that apparently gave him pause. Which means even if he stopped, Strider still would have acted, and things still would have went down the same path.
And thank God he was there, because I would be dead.
Once again,
Elle
Strider
would be
was there
dead.
because
Torty would
of
be
Blaze.
dead. It matters
Once again,
not.
Strider was there
He
because
still
of the Inquisitor.
saved my life.
That is such an ass-backwards way of thinking. Do you understand
He
what you're saying?
endangered it first, and then he saved
He endangered it
That's not
first, but
Indeed.
then made the right call to
That doesn't make
preserve
amends.
life.
That doesn't
Of course
make
it
amends.
doesn't.
In the very least. Now they must be held accountable, and you're standing as a shield between them. You
Was
are
I wrong,
spitting on everyone that died to stop him.
Were you not worth saving, Faye? Was I wrong?
Starting to feel like I was better off dead.
The amount of idiocy I've seen in one moment has blown my mind. Compassion for our killers, eh? Well, the rest of the room has been silent. I'm curious as to your input.
If I may speak, then.
Please.
If it were left to my devices, the Inquisitor would be dead. I see no reason to keep him alive. He is buried Almost all of us. Do you know we have not even found Vialo yet? When he took him. Do you wonder where he's at now?
Oh, we can't ask now, because...
He's what? Sitting nicely in that little cage you made for him. Should I bring him some iced milk and strawberries while he's tending and being, cared for?
No need to be so cutting. Your point
No,
is made.
this needs to happen. I've kept my tongue quiet because I believed in everything for you. I fought for you. I fought for Elle. I did everything. I offered you my home, my skills, everything. And you just kept taking. And what do I have left? Not much.
So you're saying Elle was wrong too, then?
Don't you dare bring her into this.
She had the same opinion. Yeah, but she had the same opinion as me. So shut up.
She's blind to it. Just tell me to shut up. I would...
Not here.
How dare you? How fucking dare you say that?
Tensions are high. Breathe.
It would make me a monster to kill him, to make me into what he wants me to be.
monster
I would
to
kill
kill
him
him?
then.
Faye, let me go ahead and dispel this foolishness that's falling out of your mouth, Faye. If someone comes in here and slits your throat, should I let them get away, or should I punish them to the fullest extent of the law? This isn't a difficult question. All right, I see your self-pity is getting in the way. If someone came in and slit Lisa's throat, should I let them get away, or should I have them punished to the fullest extent of the law?
She wouldn't want me to become a killer, I don't know.
Answer the question!
The law then, if that's what you want to hear, I don't know, Arn.
No, that's the truth, Faye. Because if you let them get away, then they come back tomorrow. Well, this isn't even an example. It's what happened to you, isn't it? They come back the next day, and they slit someone else's throat. And you are now culpable because you let them get away with it. So if something like that happened, what I would do is have that man arrested, tried, and executed. So he may never hurt anyone else again because he has shown what he is, what he's capable of. Now, if I do that, what does that make me, Faye? Am I now a monster, just like the man who murdered Lisa?
I don't know.
What about all the people who have killed on your behalf to protect you? Are they monsters? The reason why you're having trouble answering is your foolish ideology is falling apart. Because you can't think of a logical answer because there is none.
My lord, may I please be excused? I understand that my outburst is not befitting of a lord's hall. Tensions are far too high, and I am not speaking logically.
Very good, O'Shawn.
Forgive me for that again.
It's all right.
Weeks ago, Faye, when I talked to
1
Elle.
second. What can I do for you?
Lord Marshal, pardon the interruption. Umdros of the Outer Guard. I must bring a report to you.
Go on and continue speaking. You come with me upstairs.
Of course.
When I talked to Elle and I talked to Tang, and I'm sure the information got to you, I talked about drawing the line, putting a line in the sand of when he crossed this, there is no coming back.
However,
I'm sure you remember that.
But in that moment,
You have done this.
seen him save their life.
It's not just in the moment, Faye. It's the months leading up to this. All of these choices, all of these lines, all of these lines that you have drawn and he has crossed, then you've drawn another one and he has crossed. Now he has attacked your home. and killed your people, and now you're drawing another line. When does it end?
Where that ambush took place.
Maybe he was right. Maybe I should just die. Just die.
It's not about you.
I want that doubly watched. I don't want it
It is about your people.
Station. 3 marksmen you trust.
I know,
Watch it.
but they believed in what I believe in, and I believe that people
They are to wait until they cannot be seen. They are to
need to be given a chance of redemption.
You gave him the chances
Like
in the
I've
months leading up to it, Faye. That's what I'm saying. You gave him those chances. You gave every chance you could. Hell, you had lunch with him the other day. You gave him every single chance, and he was still there, willing to kill you.
By your leave.
Do not give him another one.
And all you have to do is go to my grove and move him, and he will die. I don't know what else to tell you.
Can I enter your grove? Can I get behind that shield thing he's behind? Do I have to get through Faye to do it? Or L, even?
No.
More of other people's mistakes. A nobleman was attacked on the road by scarecrows. It's another talk for another time. I've not heard you say that you'll be